Welcome back everybody, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Sunless Sea. Where we left off last time, we were on our way to Scrimshander to find more things for our pending immortality. It hasn't happened yet. What is this? There's like a... something. Is that a boat? That might be a fuel boat. Is it? I don't want to get too close because there's a ton of these little flyy things around and I just don't feel like dying. Actually, we could probably take one, but it would be a grim fight, I think. I think we would take a lot of damage. It feels like our ship is going super duper slow today, but that's okay. It is going the normal speed. I don't think that's what this dock is. Go away! Oh, they're coming up towards us. That's not a great thing for us. Oh, they are coming really towards us. Run! It is a fuel ship. Okay. I just wanted to see what that was. I was pretty sure I knew what it was, but I wasn't 100%, and now I am 100%. So once we head up to Scrimshander, we'll see what our next stage of immortality is. We have to find somebody who has been hidden, or is deep in exploration at the archives in Scrimshander. It probably means we have to pass some tests. I hope we have the requisite skills to pass the tests. If not, we'll gain a bunch of terror and probably lose some crew. You know, the standard issue Sunless Sea things that will occur. Also, I'd like to note really quickly that soon we'll be restarting our Pathfinder Kingmaker beta playthrough. That was a weird sentence. That kind of got broken up there. But yeah, playthrough. Pathfinder Kingmaker beta, it's going to start up again really shortly. Because we finished Pillars of Eternity 2. So, I mean, there we go. Port Cavendish. We will stop there really briefly on the Isle of Cats to see if we can pick up food or possibly just a port report. And then we'll keep heading up towards Scrimshander. It's going to be probably a couple video journey up there. Just because it takes frigging forever to go across the sea in this ship. It weighs a lot, so it's slower. And we're in port. Alright, let's go grab a port report. Let's go to the Cavendish Abbey. I don't know what's actually there. The Mellifluous Sisters make their home in the richly appointed stone tower of Cavendish Abbey. Their thick gloves and crimson mesh helmets are worn less for modesty and more for practicality. They tend the hives of the lamplighter bees all across the isle and make a religious observance of harvesting red honey for the Pirate King. Your actions will attract the Pirate King's notice. You need 5 notices to gain an offer from the patron. The Lady of Gardens offer. Her name, she says, is Zara. You should use it. We have not met, have we? No, this is definitely the first time, but, The Lady of Cages shakes her head sharply. Best to proceed as if it is the first, don't you think? A veil of gold mesh obscures only her eyes, leaving her glistening, bitten lips bare. Perhaps 100 small silver keys jangle in a bunch at her left hip. I think we should be friends. I'm very important, you know. Or I was. No, still am, she pauses. Yes, I am quite sure I still am. Promise is made. A mellifluous sister glides into the room and whispers a few words into Zyra's ear. Are you quite sure you're working for Iseri, and not for me? Zyra wrinkles her nose. How extraordinary. Oh well, another time. Another city. Probably? Quite. Oh, we got kicked out. What might one expect from Leopold, Pirate King of the Isle of Cats? A hulking, grizzled presence with a crimson cat tattooed across his back, an oil-bearded wretch with a brace of pistols strapped to each hip, and eyes like a wildfire? A gaunt, cheek honeyed seeker wasted from years of dissolution. He looks, as it turns out, more like a lawyer than a lord, although he is at least wearing a robe of patterned silk over his dark suit. Behind him you see a wall of what you think are wine racks. On closer inspection, the racks hold a bottle upon carefully labeled bottle of red honey. Captain's compliments, my king. Viserys enters with a wine glass of thick honey. Behind them, Zara drags a stumbling prisoner. It is the sailor you stole from Cumaean Canal, only they do not seem to recognize you at all. Iseri enters... Oh, we already did that. Okay. Your patron offers the Pirate King the wine glass, the king takes a sip, and the prisoner cries out as though his skin is being flayed from his bones. The spice-scented docks of Malacca, Leopold breathes before he is plucked away by the honey. He returns hours later, skin flushed and eyes bright. I am very partial to memories of the Far East, very thoughtful of you. He bestows a humming, honey-soaked kiss on Ivory's lips, and then Zyra's, before holding out the vial to you. I will have a sip, why not? Each luscious drop coats your tongue like fire and longing. Someone screams, but it feels far away. You are consumed with the touch of a woman's hand in yours. You, in the memory, turn your face to the right, and there she is, Kembang. You met her 3 weeks ago serving drinks by the docks. Her father threatened to break your legs if you so much as looked at her, but you cannot help yourself. Her hands are softer than anything you have ever imagined, and dappled in warm sunlight. The curve of her smile slices into you like a blade. You come back to yourself in a sudden rush. You are lying on the floor alone, your face wet with stolen tears. On the desk, a key to the cage gardens, which you slip into your pocket, and a gold statuette of a tiger with the eyes of polished ruby. Something about the statuette makes you decidedly uneasy. Still, it will probably sell for a good price. So we got a captivating treasure, so that is very expensive. Some visions of the surface. We gave the Pirate King a good gift. And that's it. We got a key to the cage gardens, which we cannot do right now because we have done all that. We're going to buy some fuel, even though it's expensive here. Desperate times and so on. Are we going to stop in Rosegate? We may as well, just to grab the port report and see if anything new is there. And then we'll hit Visage and then the Khan's places. The Khanate doesn't like me. Oh, we're going to meet up with the Pirate Poet again. Good, we got out of range of her gun. She has a very distinct ship, an Alkeus-class corvette with 180 hit points. It is her 99% of the time, and we've killed her like a dozen times in this game already. Ow, don't shoot me back. She also doesn't do very much damage, surprisingly. So we'll just kill her really quick. Turn harder, and she's not in my line of sight. Boom. There we go, let's get the lantern on her again. Helps us charge faster. And one last shot should end this fight. Investigate the wreckage, grab the Pirate Poet, another 500 echoes, and a fuel and supplies, and also 5 more supplies, and we lost 2 terror. We found peaches! Interesting. We're going underwater. So yeah, we've killed her just so many times. It's lost any sort of tension. Oh, we're stuck in a thing. There we go. Come on. The more crew we lose, the less food we use, also. Just something to keep in mind when you're carting around extra crew members. We'll take a pamphlet. We can't help with crew. Maybe we can. Do we have anything? We don't. We don't have any unread logs, romantic literature, or, well, you have 1 ambiguous eolith, but we need more. We need 1 more, actually, to be exact. There's something glittering over here. It could be good or bad. Let's find out. Why not? We're already here. Let's just flee the nightmare. We gained a terror. We lost the nightmare strength. And we lost that terror we got because the nightmare is over. Oh, it's a thing. It's called a neither. Hi. Eat it. They're gonna hit us, aren't they? 20 damage. That's not so bad. Oh, stop that. I'll hit you again. Ah. Stop hitting me for 20 damage. It's adding up now. A tide of teeth. Your ballad illuminates an uncountable school of eyeless pale fish. Azaler pauses, fascinated by their pearly scales. He watches as the fish form silent ranks, rows upon rows of them, like a shark's jaws closing around you. Let's just run away. Through a pearly forest, the rows close around you like daggers of bone, pearly fish battering themselves to death against your hull. You steer wildly for a sheltering reef where your pursuers gouge the coral in their attempts to reach you. A thin filament stretches from the skull of each fish, threading a way into the dark towards a single point. Eventually, the school turns its attentions elsewhere. It disappears in the darkness as if tugged away by an unseen puppeteer. They leave behind a single wriggling member of their school, burrowed headfirst into an outcrop of coral, severed gossamer thread dangling behind it. Oh. Seeing as it's a fast attack, we're gonna not get hit any more times. A low-risk challenge to continue shining a light upon it, or send a crew into the carrion slick. Never trust anything that seems in a hurry to die. We have an extraordinary implication. We lost 3 terror. You turn the lamps upon the spreading, undulating blackness of its carcass. You hear the telltale sizzling sound through the hull. Something twinkles within the dark window of the Neither as it leeches away. The stars spread of a night sky interrupted by a canopy of leaves. A far-off jungle, dark fruits and many-fingered figures sway in the trees. You tear yourself from the porthole, and when you look again, it's all gone. Only clear water remains, as though the Neither had never been. Well, there, we found something cool. Also, we took just a huge amount of damage there, like 100 or more. Probably more. We already got this. I don't know why I'm back here again. Do they have a dockyard? No. We can use supplies to repair. It's not cost effective. Just straight up. I thought there was one more glittery thing just down here. Yeah, right there. Go take a look. It's something in the current, or we're just past the current? It's called a Trisk Elegant. It's coming right at us. Coming literally right at us. It almost hit us. If it hits for too much, we might have to leave, because we only have 10 hits or so worth of hull left. 24, it's doable. It's gonna suck. $210 hit points left. We also lost a crew from that hit. Maybe we should head back to London between videos and just quickly get healed up. One more hit should do it. Alright, what's a Trisk Elegant give us? That's why we need a front gun, though. We could have done way more damage. It spins as it dies, jetting boiling water from each of its maws with a noise like 100 mishandled kettles. A dark foamed vortex forms. We could harpoon it. It's a risk, but in Fallen London, they pay double for anything pole and light caught. Do it. We failed. We lost 3 hull. We gained an iron. That's actually pretty good. The roiling beast seems determined to drive itself further into the deep. Your vessel bucks and heaves as the maelstrom peels the plates from your hull. The beast's shrieking drowns out even the sound of tormented metal, until finally, mercifully, the hauling line breaks. You are left listing and leaking as the beast lets out its final screech far, far below. We're going back to the surface. Alright, so we're almost out of time on the video. We'll stop in Visage really quick, grab a port report. In between videos, I'll run back to London, and then I'll head to the Khanate. That way we can just start from there and see if we can find any other new things to explore while we are on our way up to Scrimshander. Like always, we're not quite there yet. We're not quite at outro. It's very close, but not quite. I think there might be just a port report, but I'll get you guys to hang tight for just a couple of seconds to make sure it's just a port report. Also, we're at 150 hull out of 450. Not good. Not a lot. Port report and go ashore. I don't really want to go to the customs house, so we're not going to the mask. Oh, it's making us go in. Damn it. Alright, I'm just gonna get through this really quickly and then we'll head to London and then we will be back in the Khanate. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Take care.